Okay, welcome to analysis of June 25th, 2022. Today, Bitcoin is at $21,045 at this time. It is not moving. We will address that shortly. The reason it is not moving should be fairly obvious because futures for BitMEX expired yesterday. We had a pretty significant day despite not really moving very much on price because of futures expiration. We do have some resistance and other areas here, so let's go through some of the things that are determining the general shape of the market right now. First off, on a daily perspective, Bitcoin is below all moving averages and at the fairly low end of the Bollinger Band. We are within the sort of concept of negative consolidation, except the volume got even larger. I would not call this a true V recovery. We went down, we went up. This would be a V. This is kind of like an L. Yeah. Not only that, but futures went below price of other futures here. I want to point out that recently we hit $17,000 and that does not reflect on the CME. So, if you look at the CME, sorry, what you're going to see is a whole bunch of gaps in the past, but you'll notice there's an unfilled gap at 18,770 that has not been filled. The CME did not reflect on the crazy shit that happened in Bitcoin because it was over the weekend. Yep. So we liquidated people on the weekend, and the market is still waiting to truly gap down and hold it for some amount of time. We do have gaps above us, approximately 30% up and approximately 60% up. But we have a gap down that is approximately 11% down. That's not the only gap, that is a gap to be aware of. We have this gap that also exists, 53% down. This is a very macro gap that existed since July of 2020. July 29th will be the expiration for the next round of futures. If you look at BitMEX, XBT, what is the next date we have? We have September 30th and we have July 29th, Friday. These are dates to look for tentatively and see what happens. So we will mark on this chart a vertical line for July 29th. And we will call that BTC Futures Expiration 729 BitMEX. And we will put that in the middle, and that will be there for all time. Let's go back to Bitcoin. What do we see? We are very bearish on the daily indications. On the weekly, what do we have? We have an incredibly bearish scenario. We have broken under a significant moving average. This has happened only a few times in the past. We sat on it at the bottom of the last cycle, but we did not stay beneath it. We previously really don't have a lot of history. We had a sitting on it and went under, but there was a lot of volume leading up to it and much bigger response. We are not looking like that at all. We sat on it here, and the response was pretty significant. We pushed through it here, and the response was significant. We pushed through it here, and this closed shortly. This will close very soon. If we don't have insane volume over the weekend, which is not likely as futures has expired, we are probably going down significantly further. Sorry, folks, is what it is. On a monthly standpoint, Look at that. The Bitstamp market went right to a test of a major moving average, and that's about all we have for now, but we are sitting under this stuff and it's ugly. The volume is low, but that's Bitstamp because I can't show you this on other exchanges because we don't have that much history yet. Here's Binance. This is a real move down. Could we see things change on a new month? Yes, we could. We could see some sort of situation like this happen. Maybe retrace to that 35, maybe 40 mark, and then tank. Not a whole lot there though. So let's look at some other coins and let's see what we see. Let's pick a couple at the top and let's pick a couple at the bottom. Storage appears to be the bottom of the market for the day. Storage is pushing toward the $1.09 mark. It looks like there's a significant amount of push upwards and almost no response downwards. So that becomes a question of how much interest there is in this sort of move. Let's take a look at the futures and see what we see. Here's the same storage over the last day. What do we see? We see significant open interest changes. Notional value doesn't really matter, open interest does. So significant open interest changes, but what's this? Well, we have a lot of longs, right? 62, 62, 67% longs, 32% short. And then it starts to drop, 64% long. And now what do we have? 58% short. So right here people flipped 615, 616. What's 615? 616. So right around here, everybody went short of serious traders, right? But what is happening since then? They go back and forth, opening shorts. So what we are seeing here, short, close, short, close. How would they profit off of this sort of move? I don't know. But I don't think people are betting on the market to go up. This could be a single player, but it looks like they are setting up a short, a very large short. People don't really care. Here's this chart, and then retail says, let's see here. So overall, people don't really care. Yeah, they're neutral. And then retail is kind of in the same boat. So there's not a lot of people touching this at all, actually. There's a couple whales, and there's literally nobody else. Nobody cares about storage. That's the answer. So they're hoping somebody cares. But this kind of looks like an exit to me. This kind of looks like this right here at a larger scale. I would wonder if somebody has major unlocks going on for storage at the moment. But look at what happens. Major volume, major volume, major volume, and then a crash. And now we have a smaller version. Major volume, major volume, major volume. So if I were betting, I would think this is probably going to drop a significant amount, but I would be cautious because of the volume and because it's strongly manipulated here, because almost nobody has storage. My theory would be probably 10 to 1 on the short side, maybe hold a tenth of what you expect to short in spot and short the rest and see which way down it goes. That's not really a good sign though. That's hyper bearish scenario with no response because nobody cares. That's what that is. Let's look at TRB. This was called out by the bull. The bull said TRB is gonna go up, guys. Market probably won't move much today because futures expired. Um, let's go look at something on the other side. How about BLZ? A lot of people are saying, oh, BLZ is going to moon right now. In fact, I see the bull again saying, go look at BLZ, saying that there's a breakout. Basically, they're saying that we have broken out across this sort of trend line here. I would say, yeah, to a point, maybe it'll go up, right? If it goes above right here, this will be great. But you look at the volume and it doesn't look so hot. It's a major pump and a very significant exit. I would wait for this to settle and then get out. This is a trend with them. Look, pump, exit, much bigger retrace. Pump, pump, big exit. Looks like this was the big move that they did, was from July of last year, where Bluezell went all the way up and dumped and took it out there. This is not a coin that I think is going to go very strongly. This is a fake out. It could still go up, but it's a fake. So that's what's going on. A lot of scam pumps right now. Look at Ravencoin, which most people don't really give a shit about because it doesn't matter. If you want to look at TA things, they can say, oh, look at this. We could break out here. And it's possible, but not all that likely. Just not a whole lot there. I mean, you could try to do this and say, look, we're going to break this trend line here, but there's no volume. Let's look at Sia Coin. Sia Coin is in a pit of ugly. Sia Coin is something that I would bet is going to get delisted. This is a massive, massive sell-off. And there's no response. Zilliqa, one of my old favorites, not looking good either. Major pump last year. I got in, I got out somewhere around here. And yeah. BitShares. BitShares, major volume, no movement. Maybe a small chance it could break up, but the kind of questionable. Compound. Pretty much the same scenario, right? All this buying volume across a week. So we had a massive week of buying up to futures expiration. When the last time we had any sort of move like that? Well, it kind of went like this. And at the end of that move, it tanked. It broke out above all the moving averages, broke above the Bollinger Band, came back down. So I guess see what happens, see if it goes above 60. Goes above 60 might be interesting, but you could also risk that this could happen. It goes above, crashes. There's just not a lot there. This is a lot of volume, but like more than ever. But that doesn't tell you that there's something actually going on. So we'll see that when we look lower. Look at this. Here's all the volume. And then here's all the sell-off. And then here's some more volume. And then there's a much more aggressive sell-off. Yeah, I think this is probably going to top out. It's incredibly bullish for now. But, yeah, oh, there's our enter. Sorry. There's our enter right there. Rejected at the top. Yeah, this is probably interesting to short down. Maybe if you want to be conservative, you could aim to short down 12%. You could have your stop right here at 2%. So that's a 6 to 1 if it keeps going down. That'll be subjective to the next 4 hours. After that, you gotta run some risk management, but it does look like it would go down. It could even go down to 37 from here. So that's a few coins and a few things I see. I look in the middle, I look at how about Ethereum Classic, and same thing, right? Ethereum Classic, nobody cares, no move, no attempt. That's not moving right now. Here's the last pump to exit. Look at Lena. Lena looks ugly. Lena's got no interest. EOS. Huh. EOS is going lower again. Filecoin. Filecoin is under the $6 range. I believe the term there is goodbye. FTM. FTM recovered and seemed to have a lot of interest recently. Yep. And then broke back down. ZeroX could maybe turn. Maybe this is time for privacy coins. Let's take a look. How about XMR? Let's see if XMR looks the same. Aha, there's the answer. This is privacy coin run time. Very likely. ZC, USDT Corp. Yep, there's a privacy coin attempt run. Watch everybody say how your privacy is super important, and they don't mean shit. But price could maybe go up. If it goes up, then yeah, XMR might. If it goes up a little bit. ZC might. If it goes up a little bit. ZeroX might. Yeah, so I'd look into privacy coins right now. That would be one theory. Obviously, Litecoin is in the same category because of Mimblewimble. Could go up. Might be the thing that'll happen. Not a guarantee. Anyway, hope this helps. Market is pretty ugly. Couple coins may pull some bullshit scams. Keep your eyes out. Watch your moving averages. Look at 4-hour moves. This is all you're getting. Hour move. Like, look at that. Are you fucking kidding me? This is not going to go up from here. This is going to go down. Like, I don't know why they were trying this move right now. If it goes below 27.58, then this is going to go back down to 26. If it goes up past 28.18 and goes above 28.77, there's a possibility it could go up to 29, maybe 32, which would be a nice move. 10%.